everyone, welcome to the Sunflower Bouquet Stitch Along. This is part 3 and hopefully you are making some progress with your stitching and also maybe having some fun. I know for me, stitching is the way I reduce stress. So hopefully this is doing the same for you. We've done the woven stitch and the satin stitch around the sunflower. We showed you last night how to do the little accents inside the sunflower, which is a good little technique to have under your belt. And then also last night I showed you lazy daisies and the stem stitch. So tonight we're going to go over the back stitch and then also straight stitch, which is what this flower, and this flower are done with. And you also, with the back stitch, there are several sets of leaves that are done with that. So you'll be able to get going on those. So first, we'll do the back stitch. Make sure here that I still have the hoop in the in the frame of my video. So I've just marked using the friction pen. I've marked on my fabric. And so first, the back stitch. So with the back stitch, you are doing exactly what it says. You're going back. So I'm gonna come up, bring my needle up, probably about 1/8 of an inch in from the end of my line. And then I go back. So I bring it up and then I'm gonna go back and pull it down. And then I'm gonna move again about 1/8 of an inch forward and bring my needle up. Might have to swap hands here. And then again, just go back down. So the back stitch, you're just backtracking kind of. You know, I guess it's kind of like you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And that's what you're doing with back stitch. We are finally in Kansas having some fall weather. So that has been lovely and hopefully continues. Especially with Halloween right around the corner. So this is the back stitch. You're just bringing the needle up and then moving a step back. Sometimes, I don't know if I can manage this on camera. Let's see here. So here's what I would do. Sometimes I go like this and I get just really brave. Not really brave, I probably get kind of lazy. And I will stick my needle here. Okay, so I'm gonna go down for the back, and then rather than just pulling it down and up, I will, let's see here if I can do it close to the actual correct length. It's tricky trying to keep this on camera. Nope. Trying to show you when I actually bring it up. Let's see here. Maybe, oh, almost. Okay, there. I did get it through. So that way, I'll just pull it through 2 at once. So again, it allows me to keep my needle on the top of my fabric, but definitely easier said than done when you're trying to show people what you're doing. So I do occasionally get lazy and do it that way. That is the back stitch. I seem to always make my lines for the samples longer than they need to be. So perhaps I will work on changing that. And that's the back stitch. And the other stitch that I mentioned, and if you look in your pattern, you've got nice big photos to show you, but if you look, you can see that in some of the spots here, I did, especially on this little flower, I did straight stitches. So rather than breaking it up and doing back stitches, a lot of these I did a longer stitch. So the stitch right here is about a 1/4 inch long, and I, in many of these spots, just did the full stitch. So I brought my thread up and then at one end of the line and then brought it back down at the other end. So if you're doing that, it's very simple. You're just gonna, exactly like I said, you're gonna bring your needle up and then bring it down and just make a long straight stitch, however long you want it to be. So that's also pretty simple, and hopefully, oops, I'm getting tangles here. So hopefully that makes a little sense to you guys. And I suppose if you promise to be really nice, I will show you one of the projects I'm working on that will be coming up. It'll be a very limited kit and should be available sometime next week. So this is what I've been working on. Let me see if it will actually, I don't think it, let's see here. If I pull this up, oop, I'm getting my lamp in the way. Well, okay. Obviously messy desk there, but this is a work in progress. It's kind of a good beginner slow stitch just because it doesn't really have a bunch of things that overlap, so it's not super complicated. And it's a recreation of a slow stitch that I completed. Oh, it was actually the first one I ever did. So this, I guess we'll call it the Happy kit. It will be available in the next week. So we will be releasing that. I think there will be about 30 available. And this fabric is from a while back. So I don't think I'll be able to get any more. If you are interested in that, shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and we can reserve one of those for you for when they are available. So I hope you have a great Wednesday, and please don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions or are wondering about anything in the stitch along. I do not claim to have the answers to all of life's mysteries, but I'm happy to help with the stitch along. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.